And there we go, the B-52s with Rock Lobster.
What a song. What length was that song, bro? Diddy, the whole show's over now.
Well, I admit I did something that I've said I will never ever do, which was fade something out in the middle of a song and talk over. It's like, the whole song is 6 minutes 52. Yeah. We got 4 minutes 32 into it, so I'm afraid we chopped off that.
Party foul. You guys asked me to provide a song, and
that's it.
No, that's okay. We won't put you. We won't do a Trump and ice you.
All right. That's a good one in the car, you know, when you say to the kids, pick a song, and I'll go, you know, you put on the longest song you can find.
Well, the Pink Floyd.
Yeah, Eclipse, Echoes.
I quite like the 24-hour mix of Darude Sandstorm.
24
hours. When we were at work one time, we were doing this thing, so whoever changed the music first had to buy everyone a drink. So it's night shift, you know, you're starting at 6 p.m. We got 7 hours of only listening to Darude Sandstorm on shift. And then, like, you almost go into a form of purgatory at that point where, like, I genuinely, you know, when you've been to the beach or on a boat for a long time and you have the noise, like the waves in your ear, yeah? I had Sandstorm in my ear for about 3 days after that.
Well, that's what happens now, you see.
I think the CIA as well actually used that as a torture technique along with the Teletubbies.
I can get you on the Teletubbies, all right.
Yeah. Well, you sounded like you were kind of going for a part there.
Did you interview for the Teletubbies?
I have the belly for it, you know. I would have got away with it.
And the laugh.
So, you know, lads, you have to help me here now. Right. Tomorrow is a very, very special day for one of our listeners. I want to say happy nearly birthday. One left to Shona Manning, who is 17 tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Shona. 1 day left. And we hope you have a great weekend as well, going shopping. So, there you go. So, Sean, you're very welcome.
Thank you.
To What a Load of Bullocks for the break in this evening.
Yeah.
So, do you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure. As your listeners can tell, I'm a Yank. I moved here 7 years ago. My father is from Mayo, and so I have Irish citizenship, and decided a few years ago to give Ireland a shot. He went that direction, I came this direction. And anyhow, it's been I very much enjoy living here, and it's been a good move for me.
Good stuff.
What would you say the biggest difference is for you culturally living in Ireland compared to when you're in America?
So, it's very funny. We speak the same language, supposedly, but so many words are different.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you can obviously understand when I say pants, you guys hear trousers. You know, like there are...
Well, he doesn't. He's Australian.
There are things that you can just figure out, obviously. But so the language is different. But I thought growing up in an Irish American home with an Irish father that I knew what Irish culture was like, but I just don't.
Yeah,
it was a bit of a culture shock. But everyone here is very welcoming. Everyone's very nice, and so I've never felt like that I wasn't accepted or anything like that. I feel very awkward, but that's kind of me anyhow. That's kind of like my brand is awkward, so it's no different.
Put your pants back on, Callum.
my brand is also awkward and uncomfortable.
That's the budgie smugglers.
Yeah. When I say thong, what do you think?
Underwear.
Yeah, no, but they're
there's flip-flops.
Flip-flops, yeah.
I know those as well, but yeah.
Changlers. Changlers, you call them in I learned that in LA, they call them changlers.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Where's your changlers? And they're like flip-flops.
Yeah, the Kiwis call them jangles or something, don't they?
Don't know.
Jandals. Kiwis call them jandals.
So you're from California originally?
California, yes.
LA?
I was born in LA, born at UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles. That's where I also went to school, went to university. And but I grew up in Orange County, a little place called Buena Park. Everyone knows where Disneyland is.
Well, I don't.
Well, you've heard of Disneyland.
I've heard of Disneyland, yeah.
And Buena Park, that's in Anaheim, and Buena Park is the next town over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you grew up in the environs of Disneyland?
Yes.
Wow.
I tell people here, like, they've never been at all, and I've been to Disneyland hundreds of times. It's like
Next door.
It's like going to
It's like
Tremor.
a Tato Park.
Yeah, exactly.
But slightly bigger.
Yeah.
Would you get concessions living? I know everyone's busting to ask that question. Would you get concessions, or would you get like discounts being a neighbour?
Well, like when I go back now, I still have a California driver's license, so I get the local rates for going to Disneyland, but it's still prohibitively expensive. I think I've been when I went 2 years ago. I think that's the last time I'm going to Disneyland.
How much did that cost you?
It was still like 180 euros or dollars to go there.
Right.
So
For the day.
Ooh. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very expensive. So that's why I think because I've been there enough, I don't think I have to go back again.
Yeah.
There's other things to see.
I think you're right there.
Yeah.
So, Sean, we have a little bit of thing here on What a Load of Bullocks, where we like to tell stories about ourselves.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
I can't remember the lads now.
We can all remember your naughty story. I rang the bell wrong.
I got sacked as an altar boy. Just
Which is a very hard thing to do in our church.
Yeah, yeah.
to claim the fame. Like, you get sacked as an altar boy. But there you go. So, Sean, anything comes to mind?
So when I graduated from university, the first thing I did was like, I'm an adult now, so I'm going to go buy a car. I bought myself a truck. And then I realized that I was not making nearly enough money to pay for the truck. So I had to get a second job. My second job was food delivery. And it was delivering food from high-end restaurants to people who lived around the university. And the university just happened to be adjacent to Beverly Hills and Bel Air and Brentwood and all these fabulously wealthy places that you've heard of but you've never been to. And so I delivered food to normal people, but also famous people as well. For instance, I delivered to Victoria Principal. But one of the times I was delivering food, I got to the restaurant, collected the food, and looked at the receipt, and I saw the name. And the first name is a common first name, and the last name is a common first name. I didn't think anything of it. Drove up to the house. It's up in, like, one of the canyons. It's a huge house, but still, it's like it could have been just anybody. I knock on the door. A man opens the door for me. I said, where do you want this? Bring it into the kitchen. I still didn't really get a look at who I was dealing with here. Put out the food. This was when you had the old credit card machines that you had to put the credit card into the thing and then swipe it with a...
You kind of had a roller that it had all the raised numbers, and you had a carbon copy
underneath. Yeah. So I had filled it out.
And it goes click, clack.
He had given me the credit card, filled it out, gave it back to him, and I'm like, holy crap, that's Robin Williams.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So I delivered food to Robin Williams twice. The first time I didn't even know. So I got a good tip the first time because I didn't say anything. I wasn't like crazy. But I delivered again, and this was after Dead Poets Society, and I did want to go on to be a teacher. So the second time I was in there, I said, oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, the door couldn't close fast enough.
Wow.
Brilliant actor.
Yeah.
Great.
So like it was in LA, everyone has stories of running into famous people. It's, like running into here. It's amazing. There are famous people, but there's just also that level of celebrity, like just goth stars, like you see them all the time.
Well, my favourite one is Matt Damon over the COVID lockdown, where he was stuck up in Dublin, and nobody would talk to anybody outside about Matt Damon or where he was living.
Yeah,
and all the press was kind of all around the place, kind of trying to hunt him down, and nobody was spilling the beans. And I just love that about Ireland. It's just like. Don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I probably live somewhere over that way, kind of sending them completely the wrong direction.
Yeah. So that's there's my little story there.
Wow, that's cool. Robin Williams.
Yeah.
And what did he eat? Mexican, Chinese.
It was the first time I delivered was a place called The Good Earth, which also the name of the nature store here, but it was just healthy food. And that was the other tip off. So the food we delivered was high end, but also kind of not high end too. And this was one of the lower end restaurants, still expensive, but not, a lot of the restaurants would be like going to Rinuccini or the Butchers or Petronella, like that level or higher. And then this was more like just your regular chipper, essentially.
Yeah.
Regular takeaway, healthy takeaway.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
And so what did you actually do in the States?
When I was there, I worked at Universal Studios.
So more famous people.
On a regular
You're not allowed
basis.
to talk to.
Yeah. Because you see famous people all the time and you're not supposed to interact with them like you wouldn't. So one of the biggest, when I was working there, one of the most interesting things that happened was they were doing the sequel to Bruce Almighty. It was Evan Almighty or whatever it was called, right? He was the weatherman, and now he had powers. And there was this Noah's Ark scene that they were filming. For 2 weeks, every animal that you can think of was in front of our offices. There were elephants, there were camels, there were snakes, there were swans, there was everything. And that to me was way more interesting than the fact that I bumped into Arnold Schwarzenegger when I was there. So, when I worked at Universal, I was just a paper butcher. It wasn't anything. Like if you took the tour on the back lot, you went by our offices. But we weren't famous and we weren't doing anything that important.
And did you went on Sunset Strip?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's my favourite. It's one of the place I want to go to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because how long is that Sunset Strip?
Well, the Sunset Boulevard goes all the way into Malibu.
Right.
So you'd be talking from Malibu all the way into almost downtown Los Angeles. It's a good 30 miles.
Good, because I want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I want to do it.
The area that everyone talks about would be in Hollywood. And that part is just so many lights and, it's very glitzy and glamorous.
You had all the big bands there, didn't you? You had Motley Crue, you had Twisted Sister playing here, Quiet Riot, Skid Row.
Yeah.
But isn't that area where they've got all the stars on the pavement quite rough?
Yeah, that and it would be Sunset Boulevard, Hollywood Boulevard, Vine, Western, that area of Hollywood. Yeah, you wouldn't want to stay there. You want to visit during the day. And then you want to go back to your nice hotel or Airbnb
it's
or
like
wherever.
Anywhere in Dublin after 10 p.m.
Whoa.
After dark.
There's nothing wrong with Dublin at night time, lads.
Yeah.
I'm not having this.
The more people out at night for pizza, the better.
I'm blaming all these tourists, okay? There's nothing wrong with those stubs. We're all right.
That's the thing, Peter. When people talk about crime here, I'll walk home up John Street, late at night, on a Friday or Saturday night after the pubs close, whatever, and there's just lads out in the street, and they're like, "Oh, aren't you ever afraid?" I'm like, "No, I lived where people own guns all the time." And so it's not that scary. And I don't think Dublin's that scary at all.
No.
Although I've seen people shooting up there, on numerous occasions.
Well, that's normal.
Yeah. That's just the mothers that are dropping the kids home.
Right, I'm afraid we've got to take a quick break. We'll be back shortly.